You know, for over 2,000 years, there's been one question that has just echoed through history. It's shaped empires, it's defined faith, and it demands a personal answer from every single one of us. It's a question about one pivotal identity, and that's exactly what we're going to dive into right now.
So let's just start right where this question always ends up, with you. I mean, before we get into all the history and the ancient texts, just take a second. Who is Jesus Christ to you? See, this isn't just some historical trivia. It's deeply, deeply personal.
And that's the thing, right? This question, it's not new. It was asked by his followers, by his enemies, by the curious crowds that followed him around. And it keeps getting asked generation after generation. It just never goes away.
I mean, think about it. From the second he started his public ministry, people were scrambling to figure him out. They were trying to fit him into a box, some category they could actually understand. And honestly, that hasn't changed a bit.
Okay, so this brings us to a really key idea, something at the very heart of this whole thing, the difference between just a popular opinion and what's called a divine revelation. One is based on what we can see and figure out for ourselves, and the other claims to come from somewhere else entirely.
So look at it this way. On one side, you've got people's guesses. This is our natural tendency to compare and to categorize, right? And it leads to all these different, often conflicting ideas. But on the other side, you have the truth of faith. Now, this isn't presented as a guess at all. It's a single, foundational answer that's said to be revealed from a divine source. And you'll notice the Amharic text here. It's showing the exact same two categories. It just goes to show this is a universal idea. So what kind of guesses were people making? Well, back in his day, you heard things like, he's a prophet, like Elijah, or maybe he's John the Baptist come back from the dead. Today, you're more likely to hear that he was a wise, moral teacher, or maybe some kind of social revolutionary. See, they're all attempts to define him using roles we're already familiar with.
But then, in the middle of all that chatter, all those different opinions, something happened. A moment that just cut through all the noise. It came from one of his closest followers, the Apostle Peter, who gave an answer that was totally different from anything else being said.
And this was it. Not a prophet, not a teacher. You are the Christ, the Son of the living God. I mean, wow, that's not a guess. That's a bold, absolute statement. And it changed everything.
And here's the kicker, the really crucial part. According to the story, Peter didn't just come up with this on his own. Jesus himself says that this truth was revealed to him directly by God the Father. This wasn't Peter's bright idea. It was a divine disclosure.
And let's just unpack what that title even means, because it is heavy. Calling him the Christ or the Messiah was already a massive claim. That meant he was the long-awaited king. But Peter takes it a step further. The Son of the living God. That was a claim to a unique, divine nature. It put him in a category all by himself, totally separate from any prophet or teacher who'd ever lived.
Okay, and this is where everything turns on a dime. After hearing all the buzz, all the public opinion, and then hearing Peter's incredible declaration, Jesus flips the whole thing around. He takes it from being a general question and makes it a personal challenge.
He looks right at his followers and asks, "But who do you say that I am?" And this is where the question jumps right off the page 2,000 years later and lands right in front of you. It's not about what they thought anymore. The question, right here in English and Amharic, is for you. Who do you say he is?
And look, this is why it matters so much. This isn't just a question for scholars to debate. Your answer to that question, it's not just an opinion. It becomes the bedrock, the very foundation you build your entire life on. Your values, your worldview, your future, everything.
Because here's the thing, how you answer changes everything. Deciding to answer like Peter did, saying Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, that isn't the end of a debate. It's the beginning of a complete and total transformation. And this transformation, it really hits three main areas of your life. First up, you get a new life. It's a fundamental shift in how you see the world and everything in it. Then you've got a new character. We're talking about an internal change. What drives you, what you value, it all gets rewired. And finally, a new hope, a real assurance of an eternal future, something beyond what we can see right now.
So when you boil it all down, the claim is this: getting the answer right, acknowledging who he truly is, isn't just about adopting a new belief. It's the launch pad for the biggest, most profound change a person can ever go through.
So here we are, right back where we started. That question that's been echoing for millennia is now sitting right in front of you. And it's not just about history anymore. It's about your destiny. The claim is that your answer defines your eternity. The choice, ultimately, is yours. So, what's it going to be?